Hello out there, my name is Milesy, and welcome to my channel. People who have been here for a while probably know that I used to have a store, and then I closed it down a few years ago because it was becoming a stress machine with everything else that was going on in my life. It wasn't very good, it wasn't very nice. So, I just want to let you guys know that the store is officially reopening. The link has been down below for a while. I've been kind of teasing things and posting links every now and then on the community page, but the store is opening back up. There's been stuff up there for a while, and tonight, after this video, or before this video goes up, you guys are going to see a bunch of brand new things. So by the time you see this video, all of this should be listed. But let's go ahead and start off with the floss. These first two you will see in other videos coming up as well, because we redid finally the floss dyeing tutorial. You guys probably see that in a couple of days. But the first one is this really funky over-dyed orange. I need to go ahead and put this onto skeins. And then we have a variegated pink and gray. It looks black. It came out really dark. It was supposed to be gray, but you know what? I will take it. But it's this really nice bubblegum pink and then a really nice black. It's kind of that Hot Topic goth aesthetic, so it's going to be a little bit more of this up there as well. And then we're going to start getting into these, which used to have names and their own unique numbers and everything, but it's been so long since I was dyeing floss and doing anything with it, I don't know what the numbers are anymore. So we're going to have this purple one that's picked up floss from every other color that's been in the box with it. That'll make a few skeins. We've got this nice black and gray one. That'll make quite a few skeins. I have no idea what that one is. And then we have got a few skeins, there's 3 of them, of this really light blue. I really like that one a lot. And the good news is I did find a mostly intact version of my recipe book. It's missing, I think, the most recent 10 entries, so I don't know how to redo, say, this one. I lost all of the grays, and there's a few other colors that I know were on there that I lost. So once I get rid of everything in this form, I am probably going to look at my recipe book and see what I can start producing again. I'm not going to be producing it on the same level that I was before. It's all going to be very limited runs. Once it sells out, it might be out for a while. Before, I was trying to be really good at keeping on top of keeping everything in stock, but that was just endless stress, so we're changing it up. I'm also listing a whole bunch of fabric. These first 4 are all 28 count linen, and you can see that. They're very sheer. You can see right through it. I love this one. I almost didn't want to list this one, and I wouldn't have if not for the fact that I don't like linen personally, but I happen to have a whole bunch of it, so I just threw a bunch of dye on it. There's an orange and black one here, which might be fun for a Halloween project. Put some skeletons on that or something. That would look cool. And we've got a green and black one, which is... The green did not show up as vibrant as I had wanted it to, but you know what? Green's green. Did I just find another one? Yes, I did. Green is green. And then we've got a purple and black one. And these are all 28 count linen. And I really like how well those hot spots, the white bits on all of these, how crisp they stayed. That's something I normally have kind of a hard time with, but those ones stayed, and that's cool. And then I've got a couple of really small pieces of 22, but you could fit a Sprite on there. Colors are not as bright. Everything is a little bit off on the camera. The photos you'll see on the store will be more accurate. but this camera's been giving me a whole bunch of problems. These are both 22 count. And then the label has fallen off of this one, but I do believe these are all 18 count. I do believe. So this is what we're going to be putting up. I'm going to be listing a lot tonight, so we've got this kind of this pale purple. This one came from Fiberlicious. This is not one that I dyed. That's one of the ones from the Fiberlicious boxes many months ago. This is one that I dyed. Here's a really nice one. Really nice bright bold blue. And then these ones are old. These ones are from the very first iteration of my store. And I made like 30 of each of these, so there's still a bunch of them floating around, but these are these little itty-bitty squares for like sprites and things, and they're all a little bit different. They were dyed with powder, so you'll get these really weird streaks of rainbow color on some of them. When I list things like this, it's kind of you get what you get, so it might not exactly match, because I've got a whole bunch and I don't want to bother that poor man to get me a whole bunch of options for fabric, because the site that I'm using now is very grassroots, but it's a really nice site. I like it. So there's that one. There's a couple of these, which is a really nice bright violet. So that's really cool. And then we've got some more Fiberlicious stuff. This is a really funky, like, purple and green. Oops. It's kind of a funky color. I'll do this. Will it be better? Maybe? I don't know. Probably not. Yeah, a little bit, maybe. And then we've got this. It's just kind of a darker version of that previous one. This is why I gave up on Fiberlicious, because a lot of what I got was incredibly identical. And then we've got a couple pieces like this, a really dark purple, and some yellow. And then here's a really nice kind of, not sure if it's blue or purple, so I put it in with the purple. It's a little bit more purple than blue. Maybe a navy, I don't know. And then we've got one piece of this really bright purple. So that's all 18 count. I know because the Fiberlicious was in there, and that was 18. And then I do believe, okay, so this one's 14. And I've just got one of it. No, I don't. I've got 3 of it. I've got 3 of these. And it is these little small squares of a really nice bright pink. And then these are all 18 count again. So we're going to have some 14, a lot of 18, and a little bit of 22 and 28. And we're going to have a couple of little squares of this really deep red and black. Here's another Fiberlicious one, which is this funky rust one that came to me with these weird little spots of water damage in all 4 corners. Luckily, they are just in the corners, though. And then we have, I'll do this one first, a great big piece of just solid plain red. Really nice bright red. And then a whole bunch of this very subtly marbled red. That's what we've got here. Whole bunch of that. So that is everything that I'm going to be putting up in the store today. By the time you see this video, this should all be live. If it's not there by the time you saw it, it probably means that people from the Discord snapped it up first, so not much I can do there, unfortunately, if that happens, but This will all be going up tonight regardless, so this should be live by the time you see it. But yeah, the store isn't officially launched. We're waiting until the Kickstarter kits are able to be assembled, and those are going to be the proper full launch because there's going to be literally hundreds of things going up. So, until then, we've got floss, we've got fabric, we've got needle minders, we've got some paper patterns is another thing I'm going to start doing. I think I've talked about this before because some people don't have access to a printer or it's just expensive to use one. So I am selling my patterns pre-printed now. Right now I don't have a lot listed and I don't have any out to show you what they'll look like. But they are up there. If there's one that you want and it's not listed, you just have to let me know. I haven't done it because there are literally hundreds of patterns, so it's kind of a look and see what is popular thing first. So, yeah, there we go. I will go ahead and look at that, probably fiddle with the price a little bit more, because I want to make it cheaper than it would be to go to the library and print, is the thing. So, I need to look at my prices, see at what point I'm not going to be out of pocket on actually printing these things, and go from there. But that is, I think, where I will leave it. I'm trying not to make these videos too long because apparently you guys aren't seeing the long ones at all from the comments I've been getting, so that's one more thing to keep in mind. So I am going to take off, go start listing this stuff, maybe a few more things that didn't make it into this pile, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!